She stood at the crossroads of opportunity and uncertainty, a freshly minted engineer named Alex, staring at a job offer from a fledgling tech startup. The salary was decent, enough to pay the rent, but then there was this other line item, an intriguing, slightly mysterious phrase. Stock options. It wasn't cash, not exactly, but her hiring manager spoke of it with a glint in his eye, as if he were handing her a treasure map to a hidden island. What Alex didn't fully grasp then was that these options weren't just a bonus. They were a cornerstone of startup culture, a powerful engine driving innovation and ambition across an entire industry. A stock option, at its core, is remarkably simple. It's a contract, a special kind of golden ticket, giving you the right but not the obligation to buy a company's stock at a predetermined price, often called the strike price or exercise price. Think of it like this. The company is a bakery. They're not giving you a finished cake, but a coupon that lets you buy a cake for a fixed price, regardless of what the price might be on the day you redeem that coupon. If the cakes get really popular and the price skyrockets, your coupon still gets you that cake at the old, cheaper price. When Alex received her offer, the company was private, its shares not traded on any public exchange. The strike price for her options was set at a humble 50 cents per share, reflecting the company's early, unproven valuation. This grant date was her starting point, the moment her journey with these options began. But she couldn't just walk in and buy all her shares immediately. That's where vesting comes in, a concept as crucial as the options themselves. Vesting is the process by which your options become available to you over time. It's like planting a tree. You don't get all the fruit at once. Instead, the company designs a schedule, often over 4 years, with a 1-year cliff. What that meant for Alex was that she wouldn't own any options until she had been with the company for a full year. If she left before that, she'd walk away with nothing. After the 1-year mark, her options would start to vest, monthly or quarterly, like clockwork. Every month, a little more of her golden ticket became active, her right to buy those shares at 50 cents solidifying. This structure isn't arbitrary. It's designed to incentivize loyalty and long-term commitment. It tells employees, stick around, help us build this company, and your stake in our success will grow. Years passed. Alex dedicated herself to the startup, pouring her energy into its products, watching it navigate the perilous waters of early-stage growth. The company's valuation slowly, then rapidly, began to climb. That 50-cent strike price started to look like an absolute steal. The market value of the theoretical cake she had a coupon for was now much, much higher. This difference between the current market value of the shares and her 50-cent strike price is called the intrinsic value of her options. It was the potential profit she stood to gain. Then came the seismic shift, the moment everyone had been working towards, an acquisition. A much larger tech giant recognized the startup's innovative product and decided to buy the entire company. This was the liquidity event, the moment when those private shares, and by extension, Alex's options, could finally translate into real money. The larger company offered to buy out existing shareholders, including those who would exercise their options. Now Alex faced a decision. Her options were fully vested. The company's acquisition price per share was, let's say, $10. Her strike price remained 50 cents. The difference, $9.50 per share, represented her potential gain. But to realize that gain, she first had to exercise her options. This meant buying the shares from the company at her 50-cent strike price. This act itself required cash, sometimes a substantial amount, especially for thousands of shares. It was like paying for the cake with her coupon, then immediately selling it for a profit. And then, of course, there were taxes. The world of stock options, while offering incredible upside, also comes with a fascinating tax landscape. When Alex exercised her options, even if she didn't immediately sell the shares, that act of acquiring them at a discount was often considered a taxable event. The difference between her strike price and the market price at the time of exercise was generally treated as ordinary income, subject to income tax. This is where many employees get a rude awakening, realizing that their potential wealth comes with a tax bill that must be paid, sometimes before they've even sold the shares. There are different types of options, like incentive stock options, or ISOs, and non-qualified stock options, NSOs, each with their own unique tax rules and implications for things like the alternative minimum tax, AMT, which can be a complex beast in itself. For Alex, understanding these nuances became as critical as understanding the company's product. Ultimately, Alex chose to exercise her options and immediately sell the shares as part of the acquisition deal. The initial outlay for exercising, plus the tax bite, still left her with a substantial sum, a life-changing amount that far exceeded the immediate value of her annual salary. It was the payoff for years of hard work, for believing in a vision when it was just an idea, and for holding that golden ticket through all the ups and downs. But it's important to remember that not every option story ends in a triumphant acquisition or IPO. Many startups falter, never reaching that fabled liquidity event. In those cases, stock options can expire worthless, a coupon for a cake that was never baked. The value of an option is intrinsically tied to the success of the company. It's a powerful incentive because it aligns the financial interests of employees directly with the company's fate. It's a gamble, a calculated risk, offering a chance at extraordinary rewards if the company succeeds, but promising nothing if it doesn't. Stock options aren't merely a compensation tool. They are a declaration of shared purpose, a testament to the belief that a collective effort can build something truly valuable from scratch. They transform employees from wage earners into stakeholders, inviting them to participate not just in the work, but in the ownership of the future they are creating.